So there's a tweet making the rounds that has this picture in it. It's from a JC staff producer. And as you can see, it says, "While we are aware of overseas fans, we generally don't make changes for their sake."
What a story, Mark.
This comes from the video titled, "I Went to a Real Anime Studio in Japan." And someone posted this on Twitter. You can see it right here. It drops this, and you can see that it is now at 61,000 likes, 1,339 quote tweets, and 11,000 retweets, which is pretty good for a tweet. We'll go to some of the backlash on that in a second, because you know there's some going on. All right. People in the West, they don't like to be told no, particularly in America. They don't like to be told no. And they're very used to constantly getting what they want. 5 people on Twitter complain, boom, they get what they want, which puts in like a even bigger sense of entitlement. You know what I'm saying? Like now we have Japanese people coming out and saying, no. We're not going to make any changes for you, which is good. This is what's going to lead to the golden age. We're already kind of in a golden age, I think, of anime and manga. In my opinion, it's just been getting better and better, and I think that that's going to continue for a while. I do have some concerns, which I voiced in previous videos. The fact that right now they're making more money coming from international markets, where is in Japan. So they make more money internationally on manga and anime now than they did before. They make more money overseas than they do in Japan. And that makes a little bit of concern. I worry that, hey, now they're going to be like, all right, well, let's get a little bit of changes going on here. Just a small change. Just a little change. We'll take a change here and there. Like Funimation sits on the Fire Force panel over in Japan. Like this is happening more and more. And that is a concern. I don't think you have anything to worry about right now. But down the road, I can't guarantee that. Money corrupts. money changes. Japanese people are very business-minded. And they want to make the most amount of money possible. And if they want to do that, this man right here has the right mentality. Don't make changes for the sake of people in the West. Keep doing business as usual. And most people seem to agree with that. A lot of the takes on this tweet are people saying, we need to keep things going. We need to keep things as they are. Like this one also, F them gaijins. This is a polite way of saying F you gaijins. If you don't know what that means, gaijin means outsider. So basically, if you go to Japan, they would probably call you a gaijin. And it is what it is. But I like that overwhelmingly there's some support for this tweet. As you can see here, Sankaku Complex has captured most of the retweets and stuff. And this also caused a little bit of butthurt. As you can see here, here's a response. As they should, they don't need to make changes for any fans, regardless of where they're from. And I agree with that. They should keep doing business as usual. And then we get this response. That's actually not true. If they're creating content for the enjoyment of people, then they should listen to their feedback. It's actually good business. Check, for example, the fans' editions of Samsung phones with really high sales. But yeah, catering to just one group is bad. Now, this actually turned into a big conversation, but no. Catering to woke Twitter, not a good idea. In fact, it ruins creativity, and look at what it's already done to Hollywood, right? Hollywood has pretty much been crippled. All we get is generic superhero story after generic superhero story now. You saw it with Black Widow, which started off really good, by the way, and then it gets crippled by the typical Marvel formula. That movie could have been really good. Could have been Marvel's Jason Bourne movie. Even though that was kind of already Winter Soldier. But, you know, I would have taken more of that, but we didn't get it. We got typical, safe, woke ending for that movie. And don't say it wasn't. That ending was woke for Black Widow. But we got a couple more right here. Yes, because ignoring the criticisms of people just because they aren't from your own country is apparently a good thing. It is a good thing. That's why we get stuff like Rising of the Shield Hero, which is actually a very good show. Redo of Healer. While not the greatest show in the world, I think that it's great that Redo of Healer exists, right? Think about it. We would never get that story from a Hollywood studio. It would never happen. And I'm all for people being able to create and take chances and make stuff like that happen. Whereas over here, we just get the same safe shit over and over and over again. Hollywood's not gonna last. I haven't seen anything worth watching in so long. Like, there's barely ever any good shows that come out of the West anymore. I'm almost exclusively watching anime at this point because we actually get good creativity coming from Japan. It's really the last. It's the last bastion. Of course, this one, you need to go outside and touch grass. You can be smelled. I mean, this is the typical response. Oh, you're an insect, or you stink. You need to go outside. You need to go get laid, something like that. It's always the same response over and over and over and over and over again. They don't have any creativity in their responses, let alone they're going to tell Japan how to be creative. But I love this. I mean, you're seeing the fruits from this, especially when you look at how well manga's doing alone here in America. I've done tons of videos. I'm going to keep doing videos on this because I think it's great how manga is pretty much just dominated and taken over the comic book market. The comic book market is dying a slow death, and they did it to themselves. You literally have, it's like the car industry, you know, like Japan's coming here and they're just rolling all over comic books. And eventually they're going to roll all over Hollywood. Though, you know, if you watch Netflix, they say they got a ton of anime. They'll make a Fast and the Furious animated series and they'll call it anime. That seems to be the next tactic, by the way, to call all of animation anime. Well, yeah, it's anime. No, it's not. No, it's not. It never will be. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all this. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. And as always, I will see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, take a moment. Make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. There's something going on right now, and they've been unsubscribing people. So just take a second and double check on that and subscribe if you're new.